Okay, so I've had trouble sleeping. Last night I had the weirdest dreams, all because tomorrow, or inside of 24 hours, I've got my commercial Checkride. And yes, I'm nervous, and I probably won't sleep much tonight, but I will try.
Aircraft Copy Cardinal 570 5 transitioning for a lift down.
Working on, this is our last little finish up tomorrow, and then there's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, all right, on this episode of Taking Off. Prop watch traffic, Centurion 4620 Yankee, taking active 17 for north departure. We'll do a right turnout. Prop wash. Any kind of takeoff you want to do here?
Let's go for that soft field.
Soft. Okay, then we'll. I'm sorry.
That's my own bad.
Okay, we're going to keep our. So I'm going to keep back pressure a little less now, but as soon as I can get up into the ground, we're at 50, positive. Okay, so we'll get that nose up a little bit. There we are in ground effect. Now we're looking good. Keep the gear down until we're okay. Now we're at positive rate of climb. We're up and out. And flaps up, tap the brakes. Okay, we'll start our right turn to avoid the dill, and I'll get this stupid camera out of my face.
That's going to be a fun micro.
Yeah, it is. But on takeoff, I'm not going to worry about that.
What was the most important thing? And that's exactly what I teach right there.
Yep, you aviate. I thought it was going to hit me.
I was watching it going, this is interesting. I was ready.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I've pulled back my manifold to 28. For now, I'm even going to come back on the prop to 25. So I don't need all that power. And really, I can be 25. Well, I mean, we're going to climb a little bit, but not much. We'll be right in here. And I'm going to lean out a little bit to 20. Okay, we're at 1500. All right, can you take the plane for a minute?
I got the plane.
Your plane. Okay. My plane?
Your plane.
Okay, I don't see anybody around. Okay, we'll stay right here at 2000. We'll trim, we're at 25, looking good there. Come lean out a little bit. I'm gonna keep the cow flaps open. Okay, so now, my ground speed right now, sitting here at about 130. Winds are 120 up here at 20 knots. So they're coming from the southeast, 140. So I'm going to just, while we do this, still looking for traffic, dividing attention. I'm going to pull up my calculator. And again, tonight, I need to know these and have them written out.
Yeah, have it out like 120, 130,
right, exactly.
140.
And I did that divided by 11.3. So at 140, we need to be at 1730.
AGL.
Yeah, and I'm just assuming you mean for the 8s on pylons. Are there ground references you wanted to do?
Let's see. Well, we could still probably do S-turns also. I mean, not S-turns. Lazy 8s, excuse me.
We can this low?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the ceiling's high enough now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Because we're not, the Shondells are the ones that you run out of room unless we could find a big hole we could.
And that's what you would use a chandelle for.
Right.
Chandelle.
Yeah.
Okay, chandelle or chandelle? Those French really.
I think it's actually supposed to be Chandelle.
Chandelle.
But you never know with the French.
Yeah.
I was always glad to get through the French airspace when I flew overseas. They didn't like my Texas accent, and they really didn't like my German captain.
Oh, that's funny. This is a pretty good area. We got places to put down. Lots of marks on the ground. Is this good?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm at 130. 130 tells me that I need to be at 1495 for my altitude. So I'm going to start to descend. The wind's going this way, so I'm going to go in with a downwind. And so I'm going to go ahead and come on in while I work down to 1500. I'm going to go ahead and set my altitude for that. Looking around too. All right, so here we
Remember
are.
that number was the above ground level, not necessarily the altitude you'd see on your altimeter.
Oh crap! Then we need to go up. That's right. Duh. I need to add 900. You think here?
Yeah, let's see what the average. It seems like
26. That would have been a bad move.
Yeah,
We've been into the ground.
And then that would have been a...
Might have failed, yeah.
But that's what they're testing too, is that you are staying aware of those things.
Well, I am when my instructor tells me.
Perhaps having them written out, pre-written out, plus the minimum, you know, ground field elevation.
And in case you were wondering, VX is 85 in this plane. VY is 97, just depending on weight, but those are good POH numbers.
And what is the maneuvering speed for this airplane?
Again, depending on weight, it's 130 at 4,000. And I like to call us about where we're at now, probably about 123, 124 is VA.
Okay. Guys, we're kind of south of Gainesville. I'm going to put Gainesville in here just so we can kind of monitor them. Just a personal thing.
Yep.
With all the traffic information we have, listening is always a good thing. Unless you're having to watch out for me, who forgets to talk on the radio.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are at altitude. Now let's level and see what our speed's going to be. Get it trimmed as well. Okay, I've got plenty of flat places there.
I got some good ones over here.
There, and that nice grass road there. Okay, so...
traffic, welcome 461, is there a left base 418, touch and go.
Okay, so I'm at altitude. Now ground speed's dropped to, well, now it's picking up. Okay. Oh, and the wind's now going this way, so I'm going to go ahead and the wind's a 174, so call it a south wind now, not a southeast. And that'll probably pick us up. Yeah, now we're at, so it's actually, and our ground speed slowed down.
Traffic, welcome 461,
okay.
base to final.
Oh, here we are. Okay, so 123.
Touch and go, Barbara.
So 14 plus 923. So 25 is actually a better altitude to be at now, as ground speed's been all over the place. Okay, so this is good right here. So I've cleared, let's say, cleared left, and I would have done a clearing right. Trim it a little bit better. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to put something on my left here. I'm at that little triangle lake. So I'm going to wait until I get there though. Okay. Here we are. Coming in on it. I'm going to put that GoPro right on it. Or the pitot tube. There it is. Dividing attention. Traffic. Well, okay, that wasn't good, but and I would never say that wasn't good. I would just say, oh, nice.
Well, don't be afraid to tell him when you are even making a minor mistake, but correcting for it.
Yeah, I'll say, oh, I'm a little ahead, so I'm pulling back, or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's what they want us here, because they also can have an idea of what where your mindset is on this. There is sometimes what we consider the gray area. Yep.
How close am I to that?
They are...
That is not part of our MCA for this.
This is more than 2 miles at the moment.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to be turning I'm not as worried about that one then.
Gainesville traffic, Western 461 is under west downwind for runway 18. Touch and go, Gainesville.
Is that one from before? No, that's a different one, isn't it?
That's a different one. That one's 2,000 feet tall. 2,917. Indicated.
Okay. Now the wind will start to push us into it. Altitude okay.
Gainesville traffic, Western 461 is turning west base for runway 18. Touch and go, Gainesville.
If it gets ahead of me like this, I want to push down, right?
Yeah, and when it's getting behind you, you start pulling up.
Gainesville traffic,
So it is a constant change, and it gets steeper as that wind pushes back in.
Right.
Usually you're pulling back about the same time you're steepening up.
Right. There we go. And our bank angle 15 is good?
Yeah, whatever it really takes up until, beyond the 30. You shouldn't have to get beyond the 30.
Right.
Because by the time you're ready here, you need to start. Usually it's too tight, there's no way to really get it. You roll out, and you're pretty much where you started. And
okay, so here we are. We're going to begin to roll out. And altitude, we're a little lower than we need to be. And I'm going to pick that little pond out there.
Okay.
Is that about the right distance, you think?
I think so.
And if he sits forward like that and I can't see it,
keep it just ahead of the radar.
well, the problem was is that you leaned back now, but a minute ago I could not see it.
Yeah. He will lean back, and you can also ask him, can you lean back?
Can you lean back? I need a visual there. Okay, so very good. It's dividing attention. Now we're coming upwind on it.
I mean, you would ask your normal passengers to lean back, treat him like a normal passenger. They're just going to give you a really interesting review later.
Yeah,
without the yelp.
Yeah.
But you can always give a review of your check ride of him later.
Yeah. Is this about the length of time it takes to do this maneuver? Or did I pick objects too far away, or?
I almost would say we were a little far away.
Okay, so pick them slightly closer.
Yeah, they're supposed to be about a mile apart, and you're somewhere in the middle.
Gainesville traffic, Western 461 is turning enter west downwind for runway 18. Let it go, Gainesville.
It's not quite the turn around a point.
Right. Okay. So I'll do closer. We'll when we finish this one, we'll do it again. Otherwise, I turn this 5-minute maneuver into a 30-minute saga. See that one way over there?
Yeah, you might start charging you more.
Yeah. Finally getting some wind and finally getting back up to our starting altitude.
Gainesville traffic,
Where you started.
entering west base for 18 to go, Gainesville.
So then we come out here and right on, and I roll out and I say thank you very much. That's how it's
So that
done.
one actually worked out quite well, even with the initial start of the distance, but because you're going to come in so much tighter.
Okay. All right, so let's do this again. This time I'm going to start to the right.
461 is base final for runway 18.
Okay, so let's say out of those two ponds, is that one too close? Or is
The squarish one?
Uh-huh.
I think it's perfect.
the square?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go into it. I'm looking right. Okay, can you lean back here? Thank you.
First, you gotta remember he's taller than me, so he won't be sitting quite as far forward.
Yeah. He's taller than you? How could that be?
And most 13-year-olds are. But most 13-year-olds don't know how to fly either.
No. Okay, so got some wind going on here. There we go.
Where I like to go pew, pew, pew. Choose your target.
Yeah, we're right there on it. And the wind's gonna blow us right over the top of it. All right, so next up is the test in the morning, and I guess it's all over as far as the practicing and everything else. So I either get to practice more after tomorrow, or I walk away with my CPL. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, subscribe. Don't forget to check out Fox Aviation and tomorrow's school, and we'll talk to you later.